Welcome everyone. So we're going to try a new format today. So I'm going to try and stick with a little program, and I gave you a quick summary of it ahead of time. So hopefully we can honor everybody's time, get in and out, and hopefully give you some information that will help you out. So first, I wanted to say welcome and congratulations. We got ourselves through the first month. I know we kind of had August, but I wanted to clap for everybody because that was a big change. Um, I feel like I've had um, very little interaction with having to help people out. If you're using your tools, you're using each other, you're reaching out to Zaya. So great job. I always know that if someone's reaching out to me, it's usually just because it's been a little too late or they just are were frustrated. So congratulations. You and very, very impressed with how everybody's done. So secondly, I wanted to give some shout outs. I don't see everybody on. I was kind of hoping some we're going to get on. I want to start with saying everybody did a fantastic job. There were, if your milestone was just to get on the website and you actually had a chance to get in and order your kit, kudos to you. That means you did one extra thing than you intended to do. If you set your goal to have your first sale and you ended up selling to an entire family, good for you. So just because somebody else makes one tremendous goal doesn't mean that that minimizes what you've done. We're really proud of all the work that, sorry, I'm trying to watch the when people join too. So if I look to the side, it's because I see people are joining. So anyway, part of that is we've had some great success. I love the sharing. I really wanted to actually, it's pretty much everybody who's been on this call that's on this call. I have seen so much sharing from our Essential Bodywear team, and it has not gone unnoticed. The Zaya gals are seeing how knowledgeable you are, how helpful you are, and in kind, we're getting that back from them. So, they weren't sure what to think of us. We weren't sure what to think of them, but we're all so dedicated to our products, and I can see how much they love their products just the same way that we do. But anyway, so now what I really would like to do is to let everyone know we had some advancements. So last month, now keep in mind, you have to earn it every month that you're part of Zaya Active. I know that's a little bit different than the way we do it now. And we have Anne on the call. I don't know if we have Sonia on the call. Let's see, looking through here to see who else is on here. No, I don't see if the other girls are on here. Well, anyway, I wanted to give a shout out because Anne, Sonia, and Millie all became junior reps this month. So, congratulations to all of you.
Thank
Now,
you.
the next step we had senior representatives, and we had several of those as well. We had Lindsay Brubaker, Bonnie Granskog, Shireen Gilfillan, right? Did I get it right that time? Gilfillan? I think she's on. Maybe she's Tammy McLean and Lynn Glover. So congratulations to all of these ladies. Um, that's quite an accomplishment. I have one more to announce, but I'm going to wait till later on that. So part of this also, I wanted to go over when we're in our back offices. Is everybody clear on how you earn status within in your in Zaya and how you earn that? I'm not quite so sure everybody gets that, so I'm going to share. This is my testing screen, but if you go down here to see where you have your home, if you go to the home and then go all the way down, this is going to show you how you're coming across each month. So as you can see, 200. Well, I guess I should ask, is it possible to move levels? Looking at this chart, is it possible to move levels if you don't have if you don't have a level one?
No,
No. And why is that, Anne?
because, wait, is it possible to move levels, you said?
Can you move out of representative if you do not have a first level?
No, because like even it just like it has 0 all the way across.
Correct. Okay, so I know it's not my wheelhouse. I'm really trying to learn. There are a lot of tools out there on how to have those conversations. But one thing we have to make very clear for everyone, you will not, and it's okay, but you will never leave representative if you don't have a first line. And why is that? Because part of the way people make money in a direct selling environment is by recruiting. Sales, yes, but also recruiting. So you're encouraged to to sell and to recruit. So if you just sell, you'll stay here. Now, junior representative means that their first level had at least six, see this 600 here? So you go across. So you always have to pay attention to what has to happen in this level one. So our gals who became senior representatives, they each sold at least how much per person for our senior representatives? How much did they at least have to sell?
300.
Mhm.
Yes. And then in lifetime personal volume, most of you will have that. I'll answer a question about that. But then their first levels have to sell how much?
1,200.
Okay. So I'm asking a question for all of you. Is it easier to make 1,200 if you have 12 level ones? Or is it easier if you have one?
Well,
Right. So the more people you have in your pipeline, even if they're doing things like the club, if they're just doing things like just reordering for the supplements or the wellness program, you're going to see some progress that way. Okay. So it's really, really important. I know we said it last month. They have to sell at least 200 to get anything. So if you have someone who signs up for you, you really want to make sure that they're signing up, for instance, like signing up for a wellness program where they can put in a personal order. So if we go in here to place an order, you would want someone who just wants to join to get her supplements at a discount. You would have her put that under a personal order. She could even put it under subscription. So she's getting her 2 wellness products a month at the 25% off. She's not going to make commission because she's going to be under that 200 threshold, but she's going to get the 25% off. And you, as the upline, will get credit for what she sells. Does that make sense to everybody?
mhm.
It's a
Yep.
start. I know it's not, it's something that we haven't been the best at recently, but the more that we can get into moving back into recruiting, the better will be. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Any questions so far? No questions? Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
So just to clarify, if I have a consultant or so, let's say myself, if I only sell $150 in the month of October, you're saying that there will be no commission paid out, correct?
No.
So
Correct.
I sell $199 in October and my commission is $0, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
But yes, and that's where you really want to make sure you keep an eye on that. And especially some people sold over the 200 but had a return come in.
okay. So then it's at 200 is your threshold. Is it 200 or 300 for a free website?
600.
Six-
600. Yep. So if you get them to
600. Okay.
600, no website.
Okay.
Yep. And that's why, again, if they're gonna be under 200, have them do personal orders
Okay, so personal orders count towards,
for the upline. And then the person who's ordering will get 25% off. So,
okay,
yeah,
so we do get a personal discount as long as it's put under the personal order
personal order type.
link, okay.
If you, hang on a second, let me,
So no commission, obviously no commission is paid out to the consultant.
correct.
Okay, but that PV goes towards,
Towards your, so if you sponsored her, it would go towards you. It
okay,
would count towards your level 1 volume.
okay, that's, I wasn't worried about
Yeah.
that, but I was just worried about like, not worried, but I was just talking about like on a personal level, like, you know, make sure you sell over $200 every given month so that you can have
Commission.
commission.
Yes.
Um,
I would definitely have that conversation with them. If you see here, when you do the personal order, see how this just populates. And let's say I just add an Abby, for instance.
mhm.
Select sizes, add. So when I view my cart, let me move this down so I can view my cart. Where are you? Back to the order. If you go here, you see how it has representative pricing?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that again, and it's again, have that conversation ahead of time. If this is all they want to do, you can get 25% off. It's better than the 20%, right? So because you have to get to $1,000 to make 28%. Now in a month like this, what's happening this month that might make you want to change your mind?
Double commission.
Yes, I cannot believe we had the luck of double commissions. So we could get double commissions the first month, and I barely sold anything because we just gotten our accounts, and then last month, and then again. So this month's a great month not to be placing personal orders because your items, if you can get over that $200 threshold, even if you sell under 1,000, you're still making 40%.
Yeah.
That's like insane. That's a 40% off for
Right.
your
So
items.
this is different from Essential Body Ware's PPS plan, where personal orders wasn't even an option, and now it is.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well,
So
no, no, for those of you that were around back then, we used to have business supply orders, and business supplies were a non-commissionable order type. So in their system, they've elected to allow a price level that brings everything at 25% off. We didn't. We just let you buy business supply items in there and other things that weren't commissionable. But if you happen to add an Abby, you wouldn't have gotten it in a discount in our website.
So
Right.
does the personal order, does that count towards, okay, so let's say I placed an order for an Abby on a personal order, ordering structure.
Yeah,
I pay for an Abby, which is normally 79. I pay 59.25 for that, right?
right.
Does that 59.25 count towards qualifying PV, towards trips, towards website?
The rep placing that order gets nothing. If
Okay,
she
so
doesn't,
there, that's, you just get the product. You don't, it
right,
doesn't qualify for any kind of
right,
website fee, trip, or any other contest or promotions that are currently running, correct?
correct,
Okay,
correct.
I just wanted
If
to
you want
clarify.
to put in an order, honestly, put
Well,
it under an event or something.
let me rephrase that. I don't want to misspeak because I think technically it does have qualifying volume for that rep. She just won't get paid commission on it. So it's the qualifying would be for you, Carrie. So if it was your downline, that $59 of her order would go towards your qualifying, for instance, for making director each month.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where it counts. It counts for your qualifying volume. And let me share the screen one more time. Is this going over anybody's head? I hope this doesn't seem too much to take in. I think it's if you spend a little bit of time just playing around. So we're talking about is that representative here who's just placing a personal order, she will put in qualifying volume, which would go towards right here for somebody to reach director or senior director. Okay? Does that make sense for everybody?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And everything starts over every month. That's the other important thing to remember. Right? Everybody starts over every month. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So now let me move back to my screen. So we kind of went over, next section was going over training, some training for our for the reps. We kind of went over a little bit over commissions. I want to make sure, first of all, that that's very clear. Does everybody understand how you get paid? Do you know where to look
Yes.
for your pay? Does anybody not know where to look for the pay?
I don't. If you could
I don't
show where to
either.
look for pay.
You don't?
But
Okay.
just to understand, we get paid commission
Once you
once we
reach
sell 200. Once we
correct.
in excess of 200, then we get the commissionable amount.
You
And
got
then
it.
we do not make commission if we do a personal order, but we get the qualifying volume.
You got it.
Thank you.
Yep. So you can go right in here to commissions. And this is a really bad example because I don't do anything in this, but this will talk about everything and this will go to zero every month. So that's the other important thing. Even though some of the gals who got these promotions, they don't last longer than this month. You start over every month for everything you do. The things that stay in there obviously are your lifetime volume, but everything else starts over every month. The other piece of this I really like is this performance button here. This is a little dashboard that can remind you where you need to be to get to this level. So yes, it's a director dashboard, but this starts to fill up. I like it because it gives you kind of a goal. And I think the trip tracker, same thing. It'll show you where you are in regards to making the trip tracker. See how that works? And I really like that because I like to be able to see where it goes.
Hey, Kate, quick question.
Yeah.
So, commission,
You know that that what was the oh, it was like Talking Heads. It was on
Sorry.
MTV. You're kind of roboting in and out.
Yeah, we're driving and we are headed home, but where we were driving is just a bad spot. But can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
no problem.
Okay.
What was it?
So is the monthly commission, does it-
You got me on pins and needles. I'm so excited to hear what you're going to ask. Shireen, can you text it to me? Can you text the question and I'll answer it for the group? I don't know if she was able to hear me on that.
In the meantime, can I ask a question?
Can, yes.
Because I got on here late because for whatever reason, I can't ever find the Zoom meeting stuff. I
I
totally
sent
missed the
out
last
email
one.
this time and I put it on Facebook. And
Well,
it's in
I
events.
don't check my email because I'm working on hair, I can't, I don't have a computer in front of my face all day. So anyway, the thing that you just said about, personal, like I purchase personal whatever,
Yep.
and I would not get paid commission on that. I had no idea because I purchased, because Carrie had sent out a thing, said, if you're only at 79, if you purchase get some things, for yourself. I'm like, I did, I ordered, but I didn't order it for me. I ordered it from my fiance, I ordered it for my grandbabies. I mean, I ordered a couple different things that I'm gonna try and let them see what they like. I've still not yet gone in to ask them to help me with the kit thing. Are you talking about the kit for personal are you talking
No,
about
what
personal
we're
stuff?
talking about is if you're in that position, if you're in a position where you're really part-time, like you said, you're doing hair all day. If you're in a position that you know that you probably will get around 3 orders, let's say you're counting on not really having much time for the business, but you still want to get a couple of items, a few items, you'd want to put them under a person order. So say you had a pair of pants and a sweatshirt, and it comes to $180. So you're not going to hit the 200, but you've got enough that you still want a discount. So you can do a personal order. But like you just said, you wanted to get something um, for your grandbaby, for yourself, maybe for others. It takes about 3 items, ladies, and you're well over the $200. Now, even sometimes they'll run the specials. So just before commissions were being held, we had some reps who were like, I'm trying to get to that 200, but every time I'm adding it, it's giving a discount because they were giving 25% off if you spent a certain amount. So you just keep an eye on those things. But, especially Paige in a double commissions month, it might be better to put them in an order, shoot to get over 200, just shoot for it.
Well, I mean, but I did, but I ordered stuff in my name, but are you telling me because I ordered things in my name, because
No,
it's considered?
it's completely different. So
Oh, okay,
go back and look at this video later on. If you go into
Okay.
place order,
uh-huh.
if you go into this personal order type, this is the order type that's going to give you 25% off. If you're just placing a customer non-party order, no problem. But if you're doing a personal order, make yourself self-hostess, create an event, put all your orders under
Yeah,
that.
I put everything on an event.
Everything. Zaya encourages you to do it. I apologize that we used to scold you for doing it, but the rules have changed. We have a whole new playground. So you can self-hostess all you want. You can move orders to parties all you want.
Now, I mean,
Um,
can I still at some point go in there and get those, the 5 items for 100 or whatever? It's just,
You know
I've not
what?
had a
You
chance.
better email customer service. I think that offer ends at a certain period of time. I don't want to speak for them, but you can say I'm an EBW, a brand new EBW rep, create a ticket, and they'll give you the answer.
Well, I'll just call them or whatever and
That's
talk to these
fine.
people. I
You can
mean,
call.
and maybe have them even help me with it because,
Sure.
That's
Now,
what I did, Paige. I called them.
Shireen did not text me her question, so I don't know if she can hear or
Oh,
not.
sorry, Kate. I thought I put it in the chat.
Oh,
But yeah, so does the monthly commission include the promotion bonus?
I think it breaks it down,
Because
Shireen.
I didn't, yeah, I guess I didn't see it broken down.
It does. It breaks it down. If you go into, again, this one that I have doesn't really have
Okay, I
much, but
can go look.
if you click on commissions and you click here for details and view it, no, it doesn't break it down that far.
Yeah,
Um,
so I didn't know, and I can always just shoot an email and ask.
It's a good question to ask. I
Yeah,
guess I
'cause-
don't know what that would look like either.
yeah,
Because
cool.
I didn't qualify for him, so I
Okay.
can't tell you.
Well,
Well,
I'll ask and then I'll put it in Brow Ladies in the Know so the other ladies know too.
Yeah, perfect.
one more thing, Kate, I'd like to ask that I heard you say a minute ago, talking about, and I think I read somewhere Mary Moat had asked the question about our volume, our history, our total volume that we've sold in all of our whole time with EBW.
Yes, sorry. I said earlier I would address that and I am going to address it. So
Okay,
we took a look at where, so my account is kind of on top of all of your accounts, so I can see what all of you are doing. Carrie and I looked at that and determined who was really close to promoting. And we made sure that their lifetime volume was added. So anybody who got a promotion, which would be Ann on here,
Mine's
Tammy,
not on there though.
it isn't?
I just looked. It's not on there.
Okay, well then I'm misspeaking.
'Cause I even
Shireen, was
emailed
yours
them a couple
there?
weeks ago about it, and it's still not there.
Yeah,
Well,
mine was there.
so, Anne, you wouldn't have been able to promote unless okay, you might have had enough volume in there that it didn't matter. That could be why. You might have already given yourself enough to reach your level.
Right.
What are you
Whereas
waiting for, repeat?
what's that? Did someone say, what are we waiting for? I don't know. Maybe I'm dreaming, but
No, I
anyway.
think it wasn't part of the call.
Okay, so what they're doing is they're looking at it. They've never done anything like this for anybody before. So they want to see how it's going to affect commissions once they're paid out. So instead of having to watch 170 of us, they want to watch just this pocket of people. So those that needed that volume to promote, we made sure that it was in there. And everybody else, we generally will be getting paid between the 6th to the 10th every month. The day will vary depending on when days break as commissions run. So it's kind of like the way ours used to be in a monthly scale. But just pay attention. It will be in there. They'll start to add it once they figure out and make sure that everything's cool, that it's adding exactly the way they thought it would.
But I'm talking about like our lifetime, anything that we've sold our whole entire lifetime. Does
That's what
everything that
she-
we sold for EBW, does that go away, or is that something? Because I mean, I'm sure I have
That
nowhere
is
near the
called
volume.
lifetime volume, and that's exactly what we're talking about.
Okay.
Yep.
It'll be in there eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Within the next couple weeks, I believe. So, all right. So, ladies, so that we stay on time, I would like to call attention to our special guest today. We had drum roll, if everybody could give a drum roll, please, in our group. We had one very special person who was able to make it to the next level. And I would like to introduce Senior Director Carrie Stoyer. So, Carrie, congratulations. So, Carrie, I would like you to, looks like it's just our reps here now. But Carrie, could you give us a few tips on how things have gone for you this week, and what do you think going forward? If everybody could mute, and we'll try and put Carrie up on the screen.
No pressure.
Tell
Okay,
them what you got today too.
So first of all, look what Zaya sent me today. And that was a surprise. I was like, what's this? And I was so excited that I texted Kate. I said, oh my gosh, it's been over 2 years, probably longer than that, since we've been recognized, other than just like a Facebook post or like a text or something. So to see that, I was like, oh. So it was very and like it touched me, and it kind of just brought back a lot of memories of when Essential Bodywear in our heyday, when we did all that. So it was very touching. And it's funny, but it's not funny. But my dog passed away last week, and my daughter said, "Is it from Chewy?"
Oh,
And I'm like, "No." And she said, "Who sent you flowers?" And I said, "It's Zaya." And she said, "Oh, well, that's nice too." So, so it was very nice, and just a nice surprise. So, and what was your question, or what did you?
what have you thought about you? We're about a month and a half in.
Yeah. So, okay. And this is me being completely honest. Kate might not like this, but I came into Zaya. I mean, I've been with EBW for 20 years, and I came into it thinking like, I'm not going to sell Zaya stuff. I'm only going to sell bras. And I may still do that when, our inventory comes in. Although I've been very pleasantly surprised with some of the offerings that Zaya has offered, still a learning curve. but we're learning, and the Zaya marketing page has been very open. Like, you throw out a question
Yeah.
and someone's answering it. And I had one customer I was doing a fitting for, and she said, do you have a front zip or front closure bra? And I'm like, no, we don't have the Grace anymore. And she said, dang it. And then I was like, let me just look real quick to see what Zaya has. And they have a sports bra that kind of zips up in front. I only saw it in white, but come to find out it's offered in black. Well, she got it. She's like, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. I love it. She's like, for days that I can't, like, I have like arthritis or whatever her ailment is, she said, it's great for that. She's like, it's certainly not going to win any awards making me look fabulous. That's what the Abby is for. But she's like, I love the fact that that has that. And I was like, wow, talk about judging a book by its cover without actually even giving it a chance. So I was pleasantly surprised. I, for many of you, know that I hosted the Zaya Summit remote virtual conference at my house, and we all brought, not everybody, but most people brought in Zaya product that they ordered for their kit or for themselves or for grandkids or kids or whatever. And it was like a one big fashion show. I told my family, you guys cannot be in the house during the fashion show because I'm going to have a lot of naked ladies here. So, because we're all disrobing and trying on and everything. And it was really nice to see, like, okay, this legging runs small. This runs true to size. And it was great to have that. And so it kind of opened my eyes and thinking, like, okay, maybe I will sell more than just bras. And so I have been pleasantly surprised. In my VIP page, I have made several announcements saying that Essential Bodywear has been acquired by Zaya, and if you don't already have a Zaya rep, I would love to be that person. Any of the grab bags or any of those kinds of things, it's kind of fun to post it on your in your VIP page and then see who buys. And I've had a few people buy. Some people I'm like, you haven't even bought a bra from me in how many years, and you buy that? So a little judgmental, but I think it's funny because people have different needs, and it's not just active wear. It's like they have pants that are a little more dressier than joggers or leggings. They have jackets. They have things for for the men in your life or the kids in your life. And so it's very versatile. I haven't, to be perfectly honest, I haven't dove into the wellness program or the offerings that they have. And I'm not sure I will, but I had someone ask me about it today and I was like, I don't know, maybe I should look into it. So I have been pleasantly surprised. And for those of us who've been around, I think we can, at a bare bones minimum, go into it and say, I'm going to sell bras. I know bras. I know it in and out. I know what my customers like. At a bare bone minimum, if you do that, I think if you're open to the opportunity of what Zaya offers, I think you might be cutting yourself short if you don't offer that. And so look at the posts, look through the catalog. I had my daughter look through the catalog last night. And she's like, can I have these things? And I'm like, hey, it's not Christmas. Okay. It's not your birthday. I said, just look through it and take a look. And she was very excited. So definitely for the younger generation. And it's very, like, I've had several, like I said, I had several pieces in the house. And when I tell you that my daughter is very much a Lululemon type of gal, having several pieces, she said, oh, it's very comparable to Lululemon. So I mean, it's just as good, in my opinion, as Lululemon, only maybe a little better because of the offerings that we have. So very pleased, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. Again, kind of putting a toe in. I'm not jumping all in, but I'm here for the long haul. I'm waiting for those Abbeys. I'm waiting for the Lux. I'm waiting for the new stuff to come in for sure. Because of course, I have a list a mile long of people that definitely want to buy that stuff. But to offer these other things, it's been a pleasant surprise. So
Nice. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Carrie, I'm really happy. First of all, I'm happy to have you on. It's
Yeah.
always nice when we have such a nice big group today.
yeah,
So great points. And I would agree. My niece who has never looked at anything I've given her from Essentia Bodywear, all of a sudden wanted to sit with me and look through the website and see what they had to offer. So thank you for sharing. Okay, so we're a little bit short on time, so I wanted to give the last 5 minutes or so. I wanted to offer everyone the chance to, if you want, it's just open floor. If you want to talk about ideas that you have, something that you've done, let's don't do questions now because we've done a lot of questions. Let's go about something you have to share, something that's worked well from you, a post that's worked well. Anything that you can think of that can encourage others that maybe haven't gotten their toe into the water, how to get started. Anybody want to share?
So, yeah, I'll share. So last month, with the double commission, it was quite nice because, you have to mentally prepare, like instead of earning 20% commission, you're already at 40. And then if you hit over the 1,000, it bumps it up to 28 and then you get 56.
Yeah.
So like towards the end of the month, I was like, Cole, like this is the time to get whatever we want, to test it out, because I will say it is nice that they offer everything men, kids, women, because then I'm gonna like put my family in it. But Cole is a big fan of Viore. So, and he gets everyone and their brother into Viore. So I'm like, okay, you're gonna be
Oh,
my
wow.
Zaya model now. And as far as pricing, I'd say Viore is probably just a little more. So we've been getting him items so he can kind of go. And I took a screenshot to show what he wore on Sunday for church because he was all decked in Zaya. And I was like, did anyone give you a compliment? Like,
Aw.
but I will encourage the women on this call, if there's something, I would say get it this month because it just makes sense to get it while it's double commission.
Thank you. Perfect. Tammy, you had a comment in the section. Can you share with us? You ranked up. You have anything you want to share, Tammy? McLean? Maybe not. Okay. Anyone else? Anne, you ranked up. And first of all, Anne, you're not the only one on here, but Anne, you've done a tremendous job being a cheerleader. I would
Thank you.
an A+. You've been a great cheerleader.
Thank you.
You've helped me a few times. Actually, Anne, because she's local, came over and helped in the warehouse, and it's just one of those days that both Carrie and I were just like, and Anne stayed all day, but you're always there to help us out. But yes,
Well, thank you.
can you share something that's been working for you?
I had a few events in September, and I created the events in the, in the event portal. So they're still open because I have a whole list of ladies that still want the nude bras. So I just have them closing like at the end of November, so I can still add those things in. So, but like I ordered the surprise pack for the skirts, and
Oh, what was that?
I haven't gotten them yet, but I put that on an event because like she needed more orders, and so if I can help, help them, like I wouldn't put the personal order because I want, you want the full commission, and so, but
That's
yeah,
a very smart call.
so just staying consistent. All you gotta do is stay consistent.
You are very consistent. There's several of you on here, and I will say most of you are on this call. That is also part of consistency. So Jenny, a lot of times has trouble with her phone, but she was sharing that she had posted in Nextdoor app and she had gotten a negative response. I don't know if any of you had tried that, where they said that MLMs were not allowed to post. But she liked the crock pot. You know, Carrie made the crock pot recipes with the logo on it. Thought that was a great idea. I hadn't heard the thing about Nextdoor app. I guess it makes sense because you don't want to overwhelm things with you know, on Nextdoor app. I can see that, but you know what? She tried. And Jenny, it's trying, and you got your web, you know, you went further than some people who haven't even gotten their website done. So eventually, um, I've been making calls with the ladies, but eventually if people don't get their websites up and going, then they just fall off. And I hope that everybody can see that it's worth sticking around for. All right, we're at 40 minutes. Yes, Carrie, go ahead.
Do we have time for one more comment?
One more. Yes, we do.
Okay. So I talked to an accountant friend of mine today, and we're trying to figure out, you know, when to get together for lunch. She's not my accountant, but she's an accountant. And she said, oh, well, you know, yeah, this whole Zaya stuff, that's very interesting, because I was giving her, like, you know, what was going on. And she said, save your receipts. And I'm like, what do you, I mean, I save receipts for work anyway. And she said, anything that you buy for yourself that's Zaya, or for your kit. So like I bought the weave bra for my, you know, 20-year-old daughter, and she's like, can I get more? So all of that stuff is business supplies. And she's like, make sure you save those receipts so that when you do your taxes.
Oh, yes.
And she says, remember, we're in fourth quarter now. It's October. So anything that you buy, especially like if you buy it at retail to get that double commission this month, she's like, save those receipts because you can write off all of those on your taxes. And I was like, oh, because with Essential Bodywear, like I had everything. I had a whole kit.
Yeah.
You know? And it's not like, you know, we needed every single version of the Piper or the Peyton or all the stuff that we brought in towards the end. So it's been a while since I've had to buy stuff for my kit. And so I was like, oh yeah, it's a whole new business. I could buy, you know, I could buy the store, sure, but I'm not going to. But I could buy quite a bit of things and have my daughter try it, my niece try it, my son try it. I bought a shirt for my son, and I'm like, what do you think? He's like, cool. And then he took it. So it's just another way of thinking about it. And when, again, my accountant friend told me, she's like, remember, she's like, I would take advantage of that double commission. Absolutely. And so it's like you're triple dipping, dipping, right? Because you're getting commission, you're getting double commission, and then you get to write it off on your taxes. So I said, okay, I guess this is the time, this month is the time to bulk up on that, because of the opportunity.
Oh, thank you. That was a good share.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I used to write off all that stuff from business supplies.
Yeah.
I like make different categories for my accountant.
Oh, Anne, you are such a teacher. I bet it's perfectly done too.
Business supplies, travel, postage. I like itemize everything.
These are my receipts. Oh, that's funny. All right, so I want to stay in time. So I want to close up. I'm really proud of all of you, and thank you so much for getting on this call. Go out and hit it in October. There's still some specials that we can have, but double commissions. If you haven't stepped in, give it a try. Like Carrie and Ann just said, even if you just get $200 worth of stuff for yourself to try and to wear, to walk around with, you're going to feel good, because man, this stuff is good looking. I get so many compliments when I wear my items out. Then people want to know where you get it. And it's a write-off, and you're making commission, and you're starting to get yourself comfortable, because the Abbeys are soon back in stock. The sample's already been approved. I've been back and forth on the phone with our shipper today, arranging whether we can get how much we're getting for the air shipment to try and get in before the end of the month.
That's what I was gonna. How confident are you that they will be in?
I'm confident. I'm confident. And I've been wearing the bra, and I don't have nothing bad to say about it.
Okay,
How confident that you that it's gonna come in this month?
that's
I'm
what I
really
just, yeah,
confident.
she said confident, yeah.
Okay,
I
okay,
am.
all
I
right.
am. So
Oh, wait, so Kate, did we order a thing of core and did they order a thing of
we had
core
already
and the
had one.
Lux?
Yes, we had already had one. So this will be our last shipment that comes out of China. They're moving facilities because of all the tariffs.
Right, right. So,
So
but then
yeah,
did they
yes.
also order core
Yep, and
and
they've
Lux?
got an order coming in that's going
Okay.
directly, well, they're all going directly there, but yes.
Okay,
Yep,
okay,
so
cool.
we are gonna be
Because I
plenty.
think I
Let's
think they're in
hope.
for a rude awakening of how fast those are going to go
I
because
agree.
we have customers who've been waiting a year for
Yep,
some
so
sizes.
dip those toes in the waters, ladies, get yourself ready because the bras are soon back and you've got plenty to sell in the meantime. So
Yep.
thank you, everyone. Thank you for
Thank
being
you, Kate.
here. Have a wonderful evening. Bye,
Thanks,
everyone.
Kate. Thank you.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.